Hey, what's happening guys? This is your host Amog, and in this video we're gonna do an unboxing and overview of the Xiaomi Redmi 3S Prime. So I just bought this from Amazon India for the price tag of rupees 8,999, and let's quickly open up the box and let's find out how is the device itself. Talking about the packaging, here it says some basic information of the phone. I opt for the silver color as I thought silver might look decent compared to gold. Opening up the box, here you will first find the phone itself. An initial impression, I feel it's pretty much light to hold even though the battery is sealed inside. Then further we get some pamphlet and some paperwork as well as SIM card tray. So these are the pretty much basic things, and I don't think that you all will require to see everything related to that. Talking about the further things, here next we will see an adapter with the same 5 voltage at 2 ampere charging rating. So again, not a fast charger, but again don't complain about that. And last but not the least, here is the micro USB cable for charging and data syncing. So that's it. Now let's just take a look at the phone and boot it up for the first time, and let's find out how is this phone itself and is it worth to buy if your budget is under rupees 10,000. The phone is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 CPU with Adreno 505 GPU inside. The battery is 4100 mAh, and though it's sealed inside, as I just told you, the device feels pretty much light to hold in hand. Now let's just take a look at the physical overview. On the front you will find a 5 inches of 720p HD display with a front facing 5 megapixel camera and couple of sensors. On the left hand side there's only SIM card tray, and here it accepts the hybrid SIM. On the bottom there's a micro USB port for charging and primary microphone. Then on the right side you will find a power on off button and volume rockers. The entire casing here is built up of metal, so it's great to see. And on the top finally you will find a 3.5mm audio jack, IR blaster and secondary microphone for noise cancellation. Talking about the back side, here you will find a 13 megapixel back camera, dual tone dual LED flash, fingerprint scanner and complete metal build. So now let's just quickly power on the device and let's do the initial setup. But before that, let me just quickly tell you the quick specification of the smartphone. The phone is having a 5 inches of 720p HD display with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 chipset inside and Adreno 505 GPU. This is a prime variant, that's why the internal storage here is 32GB with 3GB of RAM. It's having a fingerprint scanner, which is the addition here compared to the normal Redmi 3S. Apart from that, the battery here is 4100 mAh, and I feel it will be decent enough since the Snapdragon 430 CPU is not that much power hungry. And here the phones come with 3 colors. I opt for the silver color, but you can get silver, dark grey as well as gold. And finally, if you talk about the pricing, then this prime variant is available for 9,000 and the normal Redmi 3S is available for rupees 7,000. So now the device is booted up and I have set the fingerprint scanner. So now let's just quickly check the fingerprint scanner's accuracy and let's find out how is the performance compared to as the price tag is just rupees under 10,000. And as expected, as I just told you, the fingerprint accuracy is great, and the moment you tap it, it unlocks the device. So now further, let's just take a look at the about the phone section and let's find out the other specification of the smartphones. So here the Android version is 6.0.1 Marshmallow, and again there's no information about the Nougat update. As this phone is running on MIUI 8, here the Android security patch level is of September 5th, and again the MIUI version is MIUI Global 8.1 stable. Talking about the internal storage, here the available space is 23.73GB out of that 25.75GB. So it should be decent enough for a normal consumer. Then next let's just take a look at the battery stats. Here the screen on time will be pretty much low as I just started up the phone, but considering that it has 4100 mAh battery and just a Snapdragon 430 CPU, I feel the battery life should be great and you will easily get almost more than 1 to 1.5 day of screen on time with it. Then talking about the day-to-day usage, the phone is pretty much snappy to use, and I don't think that you will ever feel any stutter thing or anything like that with it. Now let's just take a look at the Chrome experience and let's see how the phone handles the heavy web pages when we enable it to the desktop mode. So for reference, let's just quickly go to ndtv.com and force it to the desktop mode, and let's find out how much time it takes to load the complete website within the same internet connection I'm using it currently on my smartphone. So here the web page loading experience is decent enough. It's not completely faster, but again more than enough for a normal consumer. The pinch to zoom is also responsive, and there's no stutter or there's no lag or anything like that. So I feel even if you are a moderate to heavy user, the browsing experience of the phone should be decent enough and you will be completely satisfied with it. And the last thing, let's just take a look at the camera and let's find out how is the camera performance of the smartphone. talking about the modes, this phone has all the basic required modes they will find in any Xiaomi smartphone such as panorama, timer, audio, manual, beautification, etc. If you go into the camera settings, then here the picture quality is by default will be standard, but I'll suggest you set it to high. The camera frame is 4:3 and other basic required settings that you will find in every Xiaomi smartphone is still the same. Again, the camera app is pretty much basic, so if you want to use the manual mode and everything like professional type photography modes, then I will suggest you use a third party camera application, for example the Open Camera app. Then if we go to the video, then here there's only one option, that is time lapse, so sadly there's no slow motion. If you go into the video quality, then by default it will be set to HD, but you can record videos up to 1080p. The focus mode, for here there are two options as usual, tap to focus and continuous autofocusing systems. So I will surely check the camera in depth for almost more than 1 week, and after testing it for 1 week I will produce my full camera review of the smartphone. And I will also compare it with the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4, which is right now selling almost at the same price range, so it will help you to come to know whether this phone has a better camera compared to Redmi Note 4. So I feel this Redmi 3S Prime is a great smartphone at the price tag of Rs 9000. Even at this price range, you are getting a beautiful 720p HD display with a bright and vibrant and sharp colors. Then also a Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 CPU, which is pretty much powerful, and finally a huge 4100 mAh battery. So I feel it's a great smartphone at this price range. Again, if you guys are interested, then I'll surely produce the full gaming review of the phone with light, medium and high graphic games. And finally, after using it for more than 2 weeks, I'll try to produce the full in-depth review of the phone with its pros and cons. So that's all for this quick unboxing of the Redmi 3S Prime. Do like, share and subscribe for some more awesome technology related videos in the future. So that's all for this video then. This is your host Among signing off. Bye bye and take care.